Welcome to Friendly Math 101. Today's lesson is over, the polygon angle sum theorem. So when we're talking about polygons can have a lot of different numbers of sides, so we need to discuss what the relationship between the sum of their angles are. So we know for a triangle with 3 sides, the sum is 180 degrees of the angles. There's a specific formula we can use to get that number every single time for a lot of different numbers of sides. That formula is, and I'm going to write it off to the side here, n minus 2 times 180. N being the number of sides, so this is actually the n. So if we were to plug this in here, we should get 180. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 times 180 is 180. Now let's do the same thing with 7. It's going to be 7 minus 2, which is 5, times 180. That will give me how many sides for what the sum of the angles are for a polygon with 7 sides. That's going to give me 900 degrees. Okay, then for 10 minus 2 times 180, and that gets me 1,440 degrees. And for 15 sides, it's going to be 15 minus 2 times 180. That will give me the sum of the angles for a polygon with 15 sides. That's going to be 2,340 degrees. Okay, so let's move into our examples. Okay, so this first question here says how many sides? This isn't a very specific question, but if this was the sum of the angles, how many sides would this polygon have? Well, we know a sum of the angles, so sum is equal to n minus 2 times 180. And we want to find this n here. So I'm just going to plug in 6,120 equals n minus 2 times 180. Divide by 180 is the first thing we do. So I have 6,120 divided by 180 gets me 34. 34 equals n minus 2. So if I add 2 to both sides, I get n equals 36. That's how many sides would give me a sum of 6,120 degrees for the angles. Let's do the same thing with B. So 2,520 equals n minus 2 times 180. We'll divide both sides by 180. So 2,520 divided by 180 gets me 14. 14 equals n minus 2. Add 2 to both sides. Not n, add 2 to both sides. And I get n equals 16. Easy enough. Moving on. This next example wants me to find the measure of angle F, which is right here. I have angles for every other angle, A, B, C, D, and E. I just want to find F. So the first thing I need to do is figure out what the sum of all these angles are. So let's count the number of sides. That will be my n. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to give me 6 sides. Now I want to figure out what the sum of all the angles are. So I use my formula, n minus 2 times 180 n is 6, so we'll plug 6 in. 6 minus 2 times 180 is going to give me 720. So if I add all these up, I should get 720. Okay, so let's just go ahead and add all the numbers we have up to figure out what is left over to get me to 720. So I'm going to add 175 plus 115 plus 90 plus 90 plus 170. So all of those equal 640. So it's going to be the measure of angle F plus 640 equals 720. So measure of angle F is equal to 720 minus 640, which is 80 degrees. Just figure out what the sum of all the angles are, add up all the angles you have, subtract that from the total to get your missing angle. So we would get 80 in that case. And our last example, it says find x. So to get x, we want to add up all the sides. That's going to be equal to the sum of the angles. So here I have a quadrilateral, 4 sides. The sum of all the angles, if I plug that into my formula, is 360 degrees. So let's set up an equation. My equation is going to just add all these up to find, or to equal to 360. So I can combine like terms here. All my x's. 3x plus 3x is 6x, plus 4x is 10x. Add all my numbers together. Negative 8 plus 87 plus negative 5. Negative 8 plus 87 plus negative 5 gets me 74. All that equals 360. Subtract 74 from both sides. 360 minus 74 is 286 equals 10x. Divide both sides by 10. We get x equals 28.6. Not a nice number, but that will do. X equals 28.6. Thank you for watching, and for more math tutorials, please subscribe to our channel. Friendly Math